We're back. Joining us today is Dan Giancola. We talked about his football career. We want to switch over to the business part about it because when you retire from football, you still got to make a living.
Yeah.
So you're a personal trainer. So tell us about the business.
For me, it was an easy fit because I've always been in fitness my whole life. Transferring from playing professional football to a personal trainer just made sense. And I'll tell you, it's the most rewarding job you can honestly have. The impact that you make on people's lives, hands on every day. Such things as people saying to me, "Hey, thank you so much. You saved my life. I was on diabetic medication, or I'm not on it anymore," which is one of the gentlemen I train with right now. And so you make an impact on people directly, hands on.
Now, small businesses have its challenges,
Yeah.
and of course, the pandemic made gym owners, they had their challenges through that too. Did the government do enough, or did you feel like you were on an island, kind of stranded a bit?
No, I mean, I'm going to try to politically,
Yeah.
put it to you. We got screwed royally, is
Mhm.
what happened. I mean, you get $2,000 for a serb, at the end of the day, and that's pretty much all we got. And the rest of the world, got an opportunity. We were the first ones they took out, and we were the last ones they brought back. And not only did they bring us back as the last ones, but they brought us back with all these restrictions. And it hurt. And people like me, where you had 50 people in each class,
Mhm.
now a big class is considered 10, 12 people.
So it really hasn't come back fully yet.
No,
Not even
no. And it
close.
hasn't been for a lack of trying,
Yeah.
honestly. I mean, we've done everything, from, giving half 50% off and all that fun stuff,
Mhm.
and people are coming back slowly, but with the price of gas, the price of food and everything else that the government is, just taxing and taxing and taxing,
Mhm.
unfortunately, everybody's mental health gets put on the back. And that is the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But people have to do what they have to do to make, you need food on the table, you need clothes on your back, and you need a food over your head. And at the end of the day, that is the most important thing. But without your mental health, without your health, you have nothing. And I've always said that.
And speaking of mental health, you had a lot of people reaching out to you because they relied on you and so on with stories that weren't easy for you to hear. What?
They were brutal. They were brutal. Like, it even affected my own mental health having to hear this from people that were, you would have a conversation like we're having a conversation, and, they're everything's perfectly fine. Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, you get a phone call. And hey, you know what? I'm up to 4 or 5 and this is God honest truth, 4 or 5 bottles of wine a night. I'm getting physically abusive with my spouse. I'm starting to lean on drugs, and you know, it, man, it did so much damage. You have no idea.
And then you finally took it into your own hands. You said, I got to reach out. I got to help people. So
Absolutely.
tell me what you did to and how it grew. Like, I love this part of your story.
Well, I just made a decision. I got to the point where, everybody is messaging me, and we were making 2,000 a month. Like I said, $500 came off for your taxes. Another $500 went to your rent. We were making $1,000 a month. So something is better than nothing. But I said to my wife, I said, babe, you know what? I'm going to go do online for free. I'm going to go live on Facebook, and I'm going to do these half-hour sessions. And it spread like a wildfire. Next thing you know, we had 5,000 people on watching from all over the world, as far as England, Italy, all these places to come watch this guy who's doing this for free. I asked for nothing in return, and it was hands down one of the best decisions I've ever made.
So tell me how you went through that. You set up a camera in the studio
I
and then
literally grabbed the table like this. I propped my camera up on it. I had a kettlebell behind it. I grabbed the clock. I put it down on the floor. 10:30 in the morning, Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 11, and then I did it again, 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday night, and that's how I did it. And we did. I made sure it was body weight training. I made sure it was. I can't tell you. You go creep my Facebook, you'll see all the selfies on there that people were taking with their kids, older people, not just my clients, like I said, from all over the world. They were writing me. I couldn't even understand what they were saying to me. They were in different languages. But at the end of the day, I'm sure that it was something
you
nice.
know what? Good for you. And I'm sure
Thank
there's
you.
lots of stories there. You literally reached out and picked people up and
I
gave
tried.
them that mental health
I
back
tried.
too. and some physical part as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah.
love hearing that part.
Thank you.
We need to go to break. When we come back, we will hear the emotional story about why Dan shouldn't even be here with us today. All that when we continue on Canadian Innovators.